Well, hello friends, and welcome to my latest video. Yeah, this is going to be a in response to basically there's a if you've been watching the VC lately, there's a bunch of folks making videos, and they're titled like this one's titled "My Go-To Records," and it's in response to a contest. Now, I'm not going to enter the contest because I'm not really going to follow the rules. But these are my go-to records. You know, we've all got a bunch of records in our record collection, and a lot of them, they just taking up space. But we've got those go-to records, and these are the ones I go to a lot. These are the ones I listen to a lot. And next of all, I wanted to mention one of my longtime subscribers, Jacob Murphy, has started a channel on YouTube here, part of the VC, called Rockoli Records. Now I'm going to put a link below here in the description, and I want you all to go to his channel and subscribe to him. Watch his videos. You'll really be impressed. He's doing a super job. It's wonderful. I really like his videos. So make sure y'all go and subscribe to Jacob now. Okay, first up, David Bowie, Aladdin Sing. Fantastic record. Man Who Sold the World. Love it. And Station to Station. Jethro Tull, Rock Island. One of his best ever. Fantastic record. Too Old to Die, Too Old to Rock and Roll. Great. War Child. A Passion Play. Another one of my favorites. Thick as a Brick. Who doesn't play that all the time? Jethro Tull, Living in the Past. Some of them older stuff. And then this is my 45 LP of Aqualung. Really love that record right there. Dire Straits, Love Over Gold. That's been reissued. I'm going to have to pick that up by MoFi. We've got Dire Straits, first LP, LA Woman. Got to listen to Riders on the Storm every once in a while when you're just in the mood. You got to put it on. But Throbbing Trower, Bridge of Sighs. This is one of them records you got to play both sides. Got to listen to Rocket Man every once in a while. Put that on. Tubular Bells, when I really want to get some Sonic Spectacular going. Put that old Mike Oldfield record on. Supertramp, same thing here. When you really want to listen to the stereo, sound great. Crime of the Century. Ambrosia. Then some Best of the Guess Who. Love them old Guess Who songs. Cowboy Junkie, Black Eyed Man. That's a real good record too. Love that. Wizards from Kansas. When I want some Uriah Heep, I put The Magician's Birthday on. When I want some Rush, most of the time it's Moving Pictures. And then for Pink Floyd, yeah, I probably listened to this. I just listened to this just about 3 days ago. I love it. Metal, great record. The first two, nice pair. Also Animals. I missed out on Animals. I guess it's not here for some reason. I love Animals and Wish You Were Here. Deja Vu. Fantastic. Listen to that quite a bit. And then, you know, when I'm going to put some Neil Young on, I've got like all his records, but this has got all his old stuff. And it's on that Classic Records label. It just sounds fantastic. And then, I just love Are You Passionate? I play that quite regularly. Then we've got some In Fear of a Blank Planet by Porcupine Tree. They put their name on the record. Porcupine Tree and another Porcupine Tree. Signify. This is Signify. It's got Dark Matter on it, which is my favorite song by them. Joe Walsh. This has got the song Rocky Mountain Way on it. Great song. This is a great record right here. Muddy Waters folk singer. And then for some of that real high-end sound again, Quincy Jones always has great production quality. I like Smackwater Jack and Body Heat. Those are my two favorites. Caravan in the Land of Gray and Pink. That gets a lot of time on the turntable, as well as May Blitz. Gotta listen to some swirls. Lucifer's Friend. Great record. And some Gordon Lightfoot every once in a while. If you could read my mind. Forever Changes. This is Love's best record right here. Fantastic. When you really want to turn up the rock, the hard rock and roll, put some Montrose on. Sammy Hagar belting out the lyrics. Gotta love it. Nazareth, Razmanaz. That's another one of them high-end rock and roll songs. Then you want to mellow down a little bit for some Mellow Yellow, maybe some Hurdy Gurdy Man, Sunshine Superman, stuff like that. Gotta put some Donovan on every once in a while. Little Bowie influence on Mott the Hoople with All the Young Dudes. Then we've got the best of Tommy James and the Shondells with Crimson and Clover and Crystal Blue Persuasion. Sounds fantastic on that record too. Then a little Savoy Brown, Hellbound Train. Then some Doobie Brothers, Captain and Me. These are two great records right here, Doobie Brothers. Then some Steely Dan influence. We've got some Donald Fagen, The Nightfly. And The Royal Scam. Steely Dan. Can't Buy a Thrill. And Countdown to Ecstasy. It's one of my favorites right here. Then we've got some Paul McCartney, his first solo LP. Great. Love it. Ram. Another really good Paul McCartney record. And Paul McCartney, Live and Let Die. Yeah, this is a Japanese press. You put that Live and Let Die on there, yeah, that jumps off the speakers. Curved Air, Air Cut. And Curved Air, the second album. Camel Mirage. Moon Madness by Camel. Genesis, Selling England by the Pound. What a fantastic record. Masterpiece. Boston, first one. And then a couple of Frank Zappa records, Apostrophe and Overnight Sensation. The Cure, Disintegration. Brodsky Beat, Age of Consent. Midnight Oil, Diesel and Dust. The B-52s. Yeah, you got to put Planet Claire on every once in a while. And then Hot Lava. Good stuff. Welcome to the Pleasure Dome. This is Frankie Goes to Hollywood. This is really sounds good on my stereo. Simple Minds. This is Once Upon a Time and Sanctify Yourself on here. Got to hear that once in a while. Simply Red. This is a really good sonic sounding record here. All analog. Blue Rodeo, Diamond Mine. The Dead Milkman, when you want to listen to some crazy stuff. This is what you want to have. Maybe you had a few beers or something, you want to get crazy. Put this on. Crazy stuff. Chris Isaak. When you feel a little bit, in that one mood. Put some Chris Isaak on there. Public Image Limited. This is Disappointed. Great song. Sting. 10 Summer's Tales. This is my favorite Sting record right here. And Police and all that. Really gets a lot of play. Now, Boy George, The Crying Game on a 45 RPM. Sounds fantastic. The Pixies. This Monkey's Gone to Heaven. Every once in a while, you got to hear some Monkey's Gone to Heaven. The Smiths. And love this record, The Smiths, and also The Queen is Dead. Love the Smiths records. And then we have, what is this again? Oh, the Crawls. They're from Poland. Or the Ukraine, I think. Ukraine, yeah. The Restoned from Russia. Gotta have a little bit of that Tainted Love, that's it. I have a little Tainted Love by Soft Cell every once in a while. Tragically Hip Road Apples. First Tragically Hip LP. And Fully Completely. And there's all the other ones are great too, but those are the ones I play the most. Now, Jimi Hendrix. This is now my favorite Jimi Hendrix record, and I end up playing this a lot because it's just so great of a record. Led Zeppelin 2 and Led Zeppelin 4. Every once in a while I gotta listen to In-A-Gadda-Da Vida. Got that right there. Liquid Sound Company. Cool stuff. Dr. Z. Yeah, when you're in that mood, you put the lights off, you listen to Dr. Z. Fantastic. Some Yes, Fragile, and Close to the Edge. And this is on the, this is the Acoustic one by Steve Hoffman and Kevin Gray. Reissue, sounds fantastic. And this is the Friday Music one. That's the Joe Ragoso, but it's done with the direct-to-disc or half-speed master. That's it. That's the half-speed master. Golden Earring, Radar Love. Jade Warrior released. Gravy Train. More of that swirl, psychic swirl stuff. Great. Gravy Train. Grand Funk Railroad, the live LP. Fantastic. And then Closer to Home. One of my favorite records right here. Audience, The House on the Hill, another one of my favorite records. As well as King Crimson, The Court of the Crimson King. Okay, Beatles. Abbey Road is my favorite Beatle record, and here it is. Now it's Pro Use Glory. And Machine Head, the Rhino reissue, sounds the best of any I've ever heard. And a little Beggar's Opera, Get Your Dog Off of Me. Hang on, I got some more. Okay, Rolling Stones. Satanic's Majesty Request, great song, great LP. And if I want to listen to some of that old time Rolling Stones, I've got these two greatest hits records. What a bunch of great songs on these two records right here. You just can't stop listening to that. And then I've got some ZZ Top, Duguelo, these are the Rhinos, and Ozark Mountain Daredevils. Little Stevie Wonder, Inner Visions. 10 Years After, A Space in Time. Leonard Cohen, 10 New Songs. Love this record. Go-to record right there. Various Positions, Leonard Cohen. Neil Diamond, all his hits on there. Van Morrison, Moondance, great sounding on the Rhino reissue. Of course, you got to listen to some David Bowie, Ziggy Stardust. That's got to get a regular rotation on that record. Captain Beyond, there's another one. Doesn't get played enough. Canned Heat, On the Road Again. That's a classic. You got to listen to that once in a while. Jeff Beck, Truth, with Rod Stewart on here. What a great record. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. This is the 2 LP 45 RPM Sonic Spectacular right here. Fantastic. Roxy Music, Stranded. What a great record. Patricia Barber, Nightclub. Another Sonic Spectacular. Blue Oyster Cult, Secret Treaties. Tyranny and Mutation. Sounds like what's going on in Congress right now. Blue Oyster Cult, The first LP, great stuff. And of course, the first Black Sabbath record on the WWA press, this fantastic sounding. That was on the heavy rotation. I had to pull that out, as well as Ultra, my favorite Depeche Mode record probably. It's hard to pick, there's so many great ones. Morphine, and it's got the song on it, The Other Side by Morphine. Listen to that, if you don't love that song. Alice in Chains, Unplugged. Jazz at the Pawn Shop. More Rolling Stones, probably my favorite. Let It Bleed. The Who. This is the best of the Guess Who. It's a double LP out of Japan. Got all the great Who songs on it. Sugarloaf. Every once in a while you want to listen to Green Eyed Lady. Okay, Santana. Their first LP. This is another one of those Sonic Spectaculars. Great, great record. Molly Hatchet, the first LP. Ted Nugent, Stranglehold. Great. T-Rex the Slider. Hello, welcome back to part 2 of my go-to records. You know, like I said before, I don't have like 10 records that I go to a lot. I just have a lot of records that I listen to a lot. And these are the ones. El Dorado, Electric Light Orchestra. And this is the Electric Light Orchestra ELO 2. Doesn't have any song listings on there, but in an old England town, Mama, Roll Over Beethoven, From the Sun to the World. Yeah, I've had this record for many, many, many years, ever since it came out. Love it. Now the US cover is different than this. This is the Japanese pressing. Roxy Music. Siren, right? When you want to listen to Love is the Drug, Sentimental Fool, Both Hands Burning, Just Another High. Yeah, amazing stuff. And here we go, Country Life. This is another first edition Japanese press. The Thrill of It All, Out of the Blue, If It Takes All Night. And great stuff on that record, love it. Okay, here we go, Love It to Death by Alice Cooper. What's the name of that song on here? Kids love it. Every time they come over all the time, they've always wanted, Dad, put that song that we like on here. The Ballad of Dwight Fry. Okay? If you're not familiar with Alice Cooper, Love It to Death, the Ballad of Dwight Fry. Listen to that. You might not be familiar with it. And I played that for my kids when they were young, and they always want to listen to it all the time. They think it's great. Elvis Costello, Punch the Clock. Get Happy. And you know, this is that record I compared to the MoFi 2 LP 45 RPM. This is the UK press, much better. Trust. And with Clubland on it. New Lace Sleeves. A lot of great, great songs on here. This is, I don't even remember Alice Cooper. Elvis Costello. Great stuff. Vandergraaf Generator. The Least We Can Do Is Wave to Each Other. This is my favorite Vandergraaf record, and I have a bunch of them, and this is the one I go to the most. Niels Lofgren, Cry Tough. Eno, Here Come the Warm Jets. And every once in a while you want to listen to a little Babies on Fire. And this is the one. And then Cindy Tells Me, Driving Me Backwards. A lot of great Eno tunes on here. David Essex, Rock On. Gotta listen to Rock On once in a while, don't you? And then when I want to impress all the folks when they come over, T for the Tillerman by Analog Productions on the 2LP 45 RPM. That's a great sounding record right there. Then you want to listen to Mr. Oilman, Psych Masterpiece by the Jarvis Street Review. Here we go, Court and Spark, Joni Mitchell. My favorite by her. Love that record. Had it since it came out. Then we've got some Emerson, Lake and Palmer. This is Trilogy. And Tarkus. This is probably my favorite one, Tarkus. Manfred Mann Messin. And Solar Fire. Fantastic record. Manfred Mann's Earth Band, Solar Fire. Wonderful. Then we've got some more of this Depeche Mode stuff. This one has got Walking in My Shoes Random Carpet Mix. And I used to have the 45, I used to have the CD of this. I used to put it in the car all the time. And the kids listened to it all the time. And a lot of times they say, yeah, Dad, put that Depeche Mode one on. You know, the one we like. I have to try to figure it out. This is a 45 of the Personal Jesus. And it's got the song Dangerous on it. Wonderful song, Dangerous. Depeche Mode. Depeche Mode, Songs of Faith and Devotion. And here's the 45 RPM of, it's called Heart, but what it's got on it, it's got Fly on the Windscreen at a 45 RPM. Wow. That stuff makes the speakers about blow up. That's so dynamic. Violator and Music for the Masses, which my favorite song on that LP is Behind the Wheel. What a great song. I'm about trying to sing it in my head right now. I love it so much. Illusions on a Double Dimple by Tarumfarat. Great record. Man Machine, Kraftwerk. Thomas Budzinski. He's from Poland. This is a masterpiece of a record right here. Luna. Hawkwind. And Hawkwind, In Search of Space. A couple other masterpieces. Moody Blues, Every Good Boy Deserves Favor. Moody Blues, Days of Future Past, Nights in White Satin. T-Rex, The Slider. Great record. And we have some Alex Harvey Band. Hot City Symphony. Go to YouTube, Alex Harvey, and listen to Hot City Symphony. Part 1 and Part 2, The Man in the Jar. Great stuff. Part 1, Hot City Symphony, is Vambo, and Part 2 is Man in the Jar. Great song. Then Alex Harvey Next. And my favorite, Alex Harvey, Framed. Title track is Framed. Great song. Then we got some more ZZ Top. Gotta Have Tres Hombres. That's going to get on the record player quite a bit. Then we've got this Red Hot Chili Peppers record that I really like. It's a big box set. It's got about 4 or 5 records in here. It's all really good stuff. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Then we got this John Vangelis, The Friends of Mr. Cairo. If y'all remember that one, that's a great, I really love to listen to that. Once in a while, you just get in the mood. Okay, I want to listen to that. That gets on the turntable. Then Bachman Turner Overdrive. And I went out and got this on the Japanese press because looking up for number 1 and Blue Collar, there's just such great sounds and they sound so fantastic. And whenever I put this on, I probably listen to those songs at least twice each. Loved it, those songs. This is April Wine, Stand Back, and Oh I Want It Tonight's on here. April Wine, Oh I Want It Tonight's one word. Oh I Want It. OOWATANITE. And Santana. And looks like that's it. This is like the go-to rock records. I didn't pull any jazz records out, except for that Jazz at the Pawn Shop. That was in heavy rotation, so that got thrown in. And thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye for now.